Hello everyone, this is Plank Time. I was watching a video on YouTube and they were talking about the September 23rd, 2017 Revelation 12 sign, and I was reading some of the comments and somebody mentioned, or someone was talking about Erdogan, the president of Turkey, and I had just been reading, going over Revelation 12 just before that again, and something looked familiar in the name. I was looking really close, and I saw what the anagram was inside there. But then I found something else with his whole name, actually, and some other things that's pretty scary. In Revelations 12 here, they mention the red dragon, as we all know. And so I looked up his name, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. And so I did an anagram and on his last name, and I got dragon. You just leave the E out, that's it. So it's like E-Dragon, or Dragon E, or just leave the E out, and it's Dragon. It's actually Dragon. And this is just a little side note, it's also Danger, too. You just leave the O out on that, kind of like, oh, Danger, it's the Dragon. And, then I translated in his whole name, and I did it in Latin and a couple other ones, and I tried Russian, and I got, look at his first name here, REDzhep, Red Dragon. So you actually get Red Dragon out of his name, and that's not even, that's not it. That's not only it. He Erdogan, he was the mayor of Turkey, of Istanbul, I mean. And he got, in 1998, he got banned from office and had to go to jail and some other stuff. But the ban was lifted in like 2001, 2002, and he became Prime Minister of Turkey. They have a Prime Minister and a President, but I'm pretty sure the President's got more power. Unlike Poland, I think Poland's the other way. You get the President, the Prime Minister. The President's kind of the figurehead, and the Prime Minister is the main person. And in Russia, it's Prime Minister's not that, unless Putin was the prime minister, then he was majorly in charge. But when the president's usually the higher one in Russia too, I think it is. But here, he was the prime minister in March 14th, 2003, 6 days before America invaded Iraq for the war in Iraq. And he is the number. He is the if you look here, he's the 12th president of Turkey. I guess back in October 29th, 1923, after the Ottoman Empire fell after World War I, and the Allies split the Middle East up, they opened a position as president. And so he's the 12th one. And you know, they got a lot of 12s in the 12, as they show here, the 12 tribes of Judah. They talk about the 12 tribes in Revelation 7, the 12 apostles, and the 12th imam. They got 12 imams. And he's obviously, Muslim. And then I watched another video. I saw this video here, and it was made in May 30th, 2009. So, some years before he became president, because he became prime minister in 2003, but he became president, Erdogan, August 28th, 2014. So this is sometimes before it. It's like 5 years before it. And as you can see here, Erdogan was born in Istanbul, right here, Istanbul, Turkey. And in this video here, he's talking about this is, again, 2009, 5 years before he became president. He's talking about in this video that it says in Daniel 8, 8, and 8, 9, it talks about the Antichrist is going to come from Istanbul in this video. That's what he talks about. And I saw other videos too that were older ones and newer ones that talked about Istanbul, and I read articles and stuff on it that the Antichrist will come from Istanbul. This could be the Antichrist. And what he's been doing is, in Turkey, the military used to be really strong. It was kind of like Egypt, where the military was really strong. They kind of ran things, and then they had the like kind of the president or whatever. And then, if you remember, the Muslim Brotherhood got into power, and they got their guy to be president. But then he tried to break down. He tried to go after the military and other stuff. The military and them weren't having it, so they got him out of power, and they actually put him in jail. And now the military runs things in Egypt, and they're allies with us in the U.S. But over in Turkey, the military was strong, just like Egypt, but they tried to fight back against Erdogan. But Erdogan did they had a coup there, attempted coup, which I think was just set up by Erdogan to take out a bunch of people in the military. And now he's just getting rid of all kinds of people in the military. He's changing it. He's getting his loyalists in there. Erdogan could be the dragon here. Now he's not too much in power yet. He's in power. He's running the place, but they don't got the nuclear weapons and all that stuff yet. But they may ally with some other Middle East countries, and then start getting a bunch of nuclear weapons and other stuff. That's what I'd be looking for over the next few years for that to happen. And this is what I'd also be looking for. I know a lot of people that read the Bible don't like prophecies that are not in the Bible, but I find prophecies can go, a lot of people can get prophecies. And I believe, like St. Malachi. St. Malachi got the prophecies of the 112 popes, which I'll definitely be doing a video on that soon, that we're actually on the 112th pope right now, Peter the Roman. But anyways, Nostradamus, I believe, got prophecies. And here's one. It says, Nostradamus, Century 1, Quatrain 40. And it says, the false trumpet conceals madness, will cause Bastanium, which is Turkey, to change its laws. From Egypt there will go forth a man who once that edith withdrawn, changing money and standards. So are they talking about Donald Trump here? There's actually 4 quatrains, and it mentioned Trump. Trumpets, Donald Trump, Mike Pence, Trump, Pence, trumpets, and trumpets are in the Bible. We know that, our book Revelations and that in the Bible. So, will Trump do something that upsets Turkey, that they end up changing their laws, and then the leader of Egypt or someone in Egypt wants that withdrawn, but it doesn't get withdrawn? So money and standards get changed. Will that be money and standards in Egypt, or will that be in Turkey? Look for that. Look for them to get mad at something Trump does, and then they change. They do something that Egypt wants to turn back, and then they changed the money. One of them, either Egypt or Turkey, changes the money. So look for that. That's a sign too. If that happens, then Notre Dame was telling the truth, or saw prophecies, which I believe he did, because I got so many prophecies that I'm actually going to do a separate videos. It's going to be my Notre Dame's videos, and I'm going to talk about the ones that I'll show you, the ones I think he got right, and how he nailed them, and how he's going to, and what they're talking about in some of them. And I want to show you. I want to play this at the end. Just it's like less than a minute. It's just what he says. I just want to play this end part.
So why is it important for us to know where the Antichrist comes from? It's important because at the current time, there are so many candidates whose names are bandied about as being possibly the Antichrist, when they cannot possibly be the Antichrist. People like Hillary or Bill Clinton or Henry Kissinger or Tony Blair or Juan Carlos of Spain, or of course our own Barack Obama. None of these people come from Istanbul, and none of them can be the Antichrist. In conclusion, we see that the Bible tells us where Jesus our Christ comes from and where the Antichrist comes from. But remember, God reveals the future to us, not to scare us, but to prepare us.
Alright everybody, this has been Plank Time. Thanks for listening, and thanks for my subscribers I got. Really happy. I only got a few, but it's pretty cool. I just kind of want to get this information out there. So if you guys can give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, if you could subscribe, and I'll be making videos as soon as I can and getting them out there. I got a bunch of ideas. I've been reading a lot of stuff on, Revelation 12 and all this other stuff, what's going on with it. So it's been plenty time. See you later.